Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to what is arguably the greatest gambling show in recent history. If you have an opportunity to watch this show all the way through and follow the stats week in and week out, you're going to realize that every gentleman sitting at this table has a winning record. Today on this show, in our buy and sell segment, we're going to talk about Dolphins at Chiefs, Cowboys at Eagles, Bills at Bengals, Seahawks at Ravens. After that, we're going to get into our parlay segment. We're taking easy team favorite funds, where we take big favored teams, moving that line down and giving you a nice little saucy parlay to jump into the weekend to. And also, we're going to hit a player prop bet parlay as well. Then we'll hit our pump or dump segment, which is all about the totals. If we're going to pump it, taking the over, or we're going to dump it, taking the under. I am your host, Chet Savage, and this is Slips and Picks.
Bussin' with the Boys presents Slips and Picks 500. Led by retired diamond-level network marketer Chet Savage. Money Interpreter of the Year runner-up William Gekko. Theodore the Mule Jenkins with diversity and failing college dropouts who get no hose. The interns. You're watching the S&P 500. Not the stock market one.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Slips and Picks. If you're joining us for the first time today and you're asking a friend told you of a friend, you got to watch this show, you're going to know that every man sitting at this desk right now has been profitable. And with that being said, we're going to kick it over to the interns real quick for last week's recap.
Fellas, week 8 records. We had Chet with an impressive 9-4, the Gekko 8-5, and the Mule went 8-4. I mean, you really can't complain about many of those stats. You got to give up the love for the other 3 guys. They've put in the work, you can tell. So we're impressed by that. So you guys just might have escaped the enemy list this week. Back to you guys.
Thank you, interns, as always. Appreciate you guys. Hopefully, I didn't say anything too
Thanks for the love. Thanks for the love by Jack.
Hopefully it was a
to
positive
myself,
day.
to Willie Gekko. Thank you for the love, Jack. Shout out to you, my boy.
And,
I already know they love the Mule, so.
They do love the Mule.
Oh, you didn't listen to what they said.
Are you on the...
You crazy. I'm up. I'm always up.
You're always up, but I'm pretty sure... Are you on the enemy list?
I'm always up.
Are you in the enemy list on, was it Penny
Yeah,
Slips?
I'm on the enemy list right there.
Right.
But it was the old me.
The old you?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Talk
the
to us
Jack
about
version?
Hey, man, look.
Wait.
The rip version?
Are you done? Thrift store Delanie over with, huh?
I'm getting them units now.
That's what I'm saying.
Them
You're living a little
units.
different.
No
Hey,
investments over there, just
them
T-shirts.
units right now, you dig?
I think you do look sharp, boys.
How does it feel winning the way you are? Because, hey, let's be honest. Like, we're in, what, week 10, week
9,
whatever,
which is
9,
week 9 of the
whatever.
NFL season.
And you're over 60%. Number one, shout out to all of us. I think being over 50% right now
Yeah, we
in
all
any
over
league
50,
Right.
yeah.
is nice in gambling, but you're over 60.
Yeah, it feels great. I knew I was gonna do this. I told y'all my rules, man. Rule number 1. What is it?
Bitches.
You're number one.
I like that one.
Okay.
I like that one, but never be number 2. And I'm always number 1.
All right.
Let's go.
But it is incredible, 60% for the Mule. It's unreal. This league is built to be 500. Let's get into our first segment. It's called Buy or Sell. I'm going to give these two gentlemen a game, and they're going to tell me whether they're buying it and how they're buying it, or they're going to sell what I'm talking about and moving on. So first game we're going to look at is Dolphins at the Chiefs. Chiefs coming off a big loss. Previously 12-0 with Patrick Mahomes against the Denver Broncos. Throws 3 interceptions. They are now playing the Dolphins, who are a high-flying offense. Chiefs are favored at -2.5. Gekko, I'd like to start with you and figure out where you're going to go with this show for your clients.
If I get 5 minutes of your time,
We don't. Go ahead.
the Chiefs, would they have 5 turnovers?
They had a lot.
5 turnovers, Jack? I believe it was 5 turnovers. No interceptions from Mahomes. I know everybody thinks that the Dolphins can be front runners. They can be. They could be a warm weather team. But I like the Dolphins in this game. I like the Dolphins. The line's 2.5, yeah? I see Chiefs -2.5, so Dolphins are +2.5.
That is correct. That's how it
Okay,
works.
I don't know who's the favorite is because I'm picking the Dolphins. I think all you have to do to beat the Chiefs, and it's way easier said than done, but you eliminate 87, you win the turnover battle, and you don't rush beyond the quarterback. That is the formula against the Chiefs. This isn't a Chiefs team of years past. They're watered down at wide receiver. All they have is Travis Kelce, a great head coach, Patrick Mahomes, who will arguably be the GOAT one day. He is right now. And then just
He's
block,
the young GOAT.
Yeah, he's the young GOAT. Block Chris Jones on defense. Other than that, they're light. Their defense is playing well, but they've lost their linebacker core. Bolton, he's out. Willie Gay, he's out. So, and they make a lot of plays. I like the Dolphins, and something to note, the Dolphins traveled there on Monday. Chiefs aren't getting there until Thursday, Friday. We know how that late travel schedule is. I'm rolling with the Dolphins. I like the Dolphins, man.
When you were going through this process, did Jalen Ramsey and his return last week influence you at all?
He caused a fumble, and he picked the ball off. And he's feeling good. When they asked him about how he feels about his performance, he threw it all back on the team. He's excited to play again, and I think he's ready to continue stacking stats, and I think he will, because it's going to be useful having Jalen Ramsey in a situation every now and then to probably guard 87. You eliminate Travis Kelce, you put 2 on him every play, you're going to do all right, because the receivers, they're not catching the football.
I think last time they put 2 on Travis Kelce, he had like 25 yards receiving, but 4 touchdowns.
I don't
Right.
know.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
That was
about last
nuts.
year. He had 4 touchdowns.
Against who?
I forget.
It was last year. It was so long ago.
But again, last year's a team where they have more offense. They don't have the same offense.
Yeah,
they don't
they
have the
don't.
same talent.
They're having
that
a
they
hard
do this
time
year.
clicking right now.
Yeah,
There's that. And then what'd you call oil cans? Oil cans for hands?
Man, oil cans, man.
So, Mule, where you going, baby?
Man, I'm going to give you some history about the Dolphins. They played 31 times, 3 postseasons. The Dolphins is actually winning this league 16 times. The Dolphins has won the game. The Chiefs have won it 15 times. And now that they're going overseas, and like you said, the Dolphins is getting there first. They've been there since Monday, right? Chiefs is getting there when?
Thursday,
I think they
Friday.
leave Thursday.
Man,
Friday
you
morning.
just can't get acclimated to the weather, to the grass, to eating the food out there. I'm gonna have to go Dolphins as well. I know the Chiefs is favored, but I see the Dolphins taking over. I see Tua, Tyreek, Weddle having a great game. I mean, they've been doing that. They've been connecting well, putting.
They
points
got
on
the
board.
talent, and
They
Tua's
got the
playing
talent.
like he leads the league in yards and touchdowns. Like he's playing well. I'm surprised that they got Kansas City
Kansas City,
favored
me
after laying an egg versus the Broncos.
Versus the Broncos,
Versus the
who are dead.
Broncos, yes.
Listen, I love it. I know that Tyreek Hill, this is the first time he's playing the Chiefs since he was traded. This guy's going to want it more than anybody else. But here's the deal. And I know when you look at the Dolphins against the spread, they're 6-2. But the 2 losses they have are the only teams with winning records. For me right now, I feel like, yes, the Dolphins have a high-powered offense. Their defense has given up a lot of points. Jalen Ramsey being back is a good deal. But until they prove me otherwise with beating a team with a winning record, I'm going to have to go with the Chiefs, -2.5 in this. And so it was a bad game.
What makes you believe in the Chiefs?
Patrick Mahomes. He's the baby goat, and I think when you have a game the way he did, I think it was like 240 yards, had a couple of interceptions, didn't play well, no touchdowns. When you have that type of game, he's taking it personal. It's the Michael Jordan meme. He sits down there, he's got the tablet in his hands. He goes, "That's when I took it personal." Because now this is when the doubt and the mainstream media is going to sit there and say, maybe the Chiefs are dead. Maybe they're not going to be what we thought they were going to be. Maybe they're not going to be able to repeat. So I think that's when this team really bands together. Yeah, you're right. They're not as good on the outside. But Mahomes, the way he moves the pockets, navigates those rushes as they're coming all over the place, they're coming everywhere. He can get around and make plays. And I feel like if they lose this game, I'm gonna jump off. I'm gonna jump off, and I will say that I was wrong. But right now, I got to go with the Chiefs at -2.5.
Taylor Swift gonna be at the game.
She's on our $1 billion tour right now.
And you
I'm
see what
going
happens
Dolphins.
without
I'm
these.
going
And
Dolphins.
Mahomes can put it wherever he wants to. They got to catch the ball.
They gotta catch the ball.
Crucial touchdown dropped last week. They got to catch the
They
football.
gotta catch
I know, oil cans.
It ain't Patrick. You said it ain't Patrick.
Yeah, it ain't Patrick.
No,
It
dude,
ain't
but he's
Patrick.
just.
And that's what I'm saying. They're thin at receiver. They're thin at receiver. this
Even
year.
even in the Super Bowl a few years ago when they played Tampa Bay against Tom Brady, he's putting the ball. He's like falling backwards, throwing the ball, hitting dudes in the chest, and they're dropping. You're right. They got to make plays. The guys around him got to make plays. But I feel it. It's hard for me to bet against Patrick Mahomes. He's the new Tom Brady.
It is for
where it's
me
like,
too.
do you ever bet against him
Easy
in this
for me.
situation?
It was hard for me too, but just looking at the game.
Dolphins.
The Dolphins.
2-9.
Like, yeah.
But
2-9.
last week, you were sitting there saying you're a Chiefs guy.
Right. Look what happened. You know I've been wanting them to fall.
So
I rooted for them. They fell.
now you're rooting against them. Now they're going to be successful.
Now they're falling right into what I wanted to happen. And now it's time to step on their throat. Blood in the water. Let's attack. Let's get on offense. And that offense is 2-9.
As we jump, let's jump from this game to the NFC East. We're looking at Cowboys at Eagles. Eagles are favored at -3 right now. 2 teams, great records. Let's see what we got. Mule, we're going to go with you on this one.
This was a tough one for me, man. Gosh, the Eagles versus the Cowboys.
Darn it.
But you know what I'm saying?
Man, this is a tough one.
I don't like going against the Eagles, but I And then if the Eagles beat the Cowboys, it's true. They saying whoever beat the Cowboys usually go on a losing streak, and I don't want the Eagles to do that. But let me give you some history on these boys.
Let's go.
They have played.
You got that thing filled out.
Oh,
Drop the date on
They
us.
done played 128 games, 4 postseason games.
28. We're going back to the 70s?
128.
you going back to the 20s.
We're going back. We taking
Going
it back.
back.
128 games, man. Eagles winning 55 games, and the Dallas Cowboys winning 73 games.
That's all the 90s.
Yeah, 100. That sample size might be a little
is
too
wild.
far back.
You think so?
There's a reason why. There's a reason why the Cowboys, everyone say, hey, great in the 90s, but they're not going to be back. America's team, what are they talking about?
I mean, they're doing pretty well right now.
They're doing well right now, but you saw what happened against the 49ers.
I did.
You see their record against good teams.
You talking about
That's what I'm
games?
saying.
You
Against
talking
good
about
teams.
games when they had Emmitt Smith, Troy Aikman, Michael Irvin, like that?
You act like
They're
the
on
Eagles
TV
didn't
right
have,
now.
You act like the Eagles didn't have nobody. They had
a motherfucking down.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you talking about Dawkins, McNabb?
Different time.
That's a different time. Yeah, but that's a different generation.
That's a different generation.
We're talking like decades. We're talking decades different.
Name somebody decade.
But all I'm saying. yeah, Vince football. You talking about the movie Invincible?
Hey, no.
No, they played 128 times, and here's that record.
Hey, but to get my point across, I'm going Eagles, baby. Eagles -3 at the end of the day. Who cares if they play with the 70s, 80s, 90s? It's all stats, man. We got to get it down.
Yeah, it's all stats. I'm sure those stats in the 60s definitely play into the 2020s.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah. Thank you for that. Thank God you're 60%, because that would have gone. People are going to believe you. For whatever reason, people are going to go, hey, that made sense. They're going to put that together.
Yeah, of course.
They got the tracker guy going, you know what? If you really carry the one,
Yeah.
that is going to be. That's why the
something in
mule is the
water.
mule. 60%.
Bring it back.
What about
baby.
you, Gekko? Who do you got?
I'm with the mule, man. I think the Cowboys, they play good complementary football. They get on top of you quick. You like that? but the Eagles, they're a different team, man. They're loaded in every position. Jalen Hurts, throw it up to A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown is having a hell of a year. They got the line of scrimmage. They're not going to get trapped. They're not going to get caught in this complementary football to where they can stack 20 on you quick like they did the Rams last week. And when you look at the Cowboys' wins, again, I know they have 5. They're 5-2. It's a great record. Jets, Giants, Patriots, Chargers, terrible on defense. The Rams last week. And then their losses, the Cardinals and the 49ers. Yes, they went on losing streaks, but it's like the Eagles are better than those wins that they have, or those losses that they have. Yeah. I like the Eagles -3.
A lot of great stats
At
out
home.
there.
At home.
Right. A lot of great stats, and I love the fact you brought up the Cowboys play complimentary football. We were on a plane a couple weeks ago, and we were talking about the Eagles. We were talking about Jason Kelsey and the leadership, the older leadership on that team. And a lot of things they say, they don't get too high with the wins, they don't get too low with the losses. Their big thing is, how do you keep stacking weeks and hitting that stride going into November, December, and the playoffs? This team is healthy, and they have gotten better each and every week. A.J. Brown is going off. They have so many receivers. Jalen Hurts up and down so far this season, but I think this team walks away with this win. We're all going Eagles -3.5.
And I think to note the S&P tracker, that Twitter profile out there, I think when what does he call them, AAA?
Yeah,
AAA picks where the board goes the same pick.
pick.
What are we, 70%?
Yep.
Are we really?
I think so. Because I was like, AAA, what does that mean?
Yeah, it's just
Sorry,
when we
sounds
all-
like an
we all
insurance
pick-
company.
So, yeah.
It's when we all pick the same.
What does AAA with the A stand for?
I mean, auto.
So we didn't do too much. Ass.
AAA saved me a couple times.
AAA saved me a couple times.
That insurance, you know.
Next game we're going to go into is the Bengals at the Bills. Bills are favored right now at -2.5. Let's go with you, Mule. You started off hot with the Eagles, Cowboys when we went with you. Let's give us, how many times have these guys played? 647 times?
Some history.
Give us some history, baby.
History.
Walk us through.
So the Bills and Bengals, my guy, they played 33 times. 3 postseason games. Was that in the 70s? The postseason?
You tell us, brother.
I
They
don't
played like
know.
2 or 3 times last few
I
years.
don't know. But the Bengals has won 16 times out of that, and the Bills has won 17 times
500. I mean, we
I know,
talking about one game dating back.
I know, that's what I'm
where are the
saying.
stats that tell us where you're going?
Yeah, look, so
Coin flip, and you're going to be 50%.
The last
right on this
31
game.
times, you got 16 and 15.
It's close. Let's put it there. But damn, this is a tough one. They're gonna be playing at the Bengals. Oh man, I feel like, this is a tough one.
Golly
Joe
gee.
Burrow is healthy.
Yeah.
I feel like he's putting the ball where it needs to be. I'm going Bengals. I'm going Bengals -3, man.
Okay. Bengals are 3-3-1 against the spread this year. The Bills are 3-5 against the spread. In the last 5, they're 1-4 against the spread. Bills are still having a hard time finding their identity. The Bengals are a team that we saw as a contender in the beginning of the year. We have a little calf injury from Joe Burrow. Is that what you called him? From Joe Burrow. He had a little calf ski. We're having a hard time. They do abysmal against the Titans. We're thinking, are they dead? What about a backup? They don't have a backup. They have bad depth. Now these guys are healthy. They've gone through their bye week. Burrow, whatever you called him, is starting to show that, maybe that money isn't weighing them down so much. And for that reason, I believe the Bengals understand who they are a little bit more. And for that reason, I'm going to go -2.5 Bengals.
It's going to be a boring show because I agree with you guys. I think Joey B wearing that alien mask last week, he's playing out
Like
of
an
this
alien.
world. I know you got caught that scene, right? Waiting on that one. Joe B.
I'm trying to see if the 2.5 or a 3. We got some
Can we
mixed
do
communication.
can we do our show?
According to my sheet right now,
Do we need to call a
it says
time?
2.5.
Do we need to call a timeout?
Yeah. You all right?
Oh,
You looking at the wrong thing, son.
You mean, are you talking about the thing that our executive producer printed out?
The wrong thing.
Our executive producer printed out?
Bengals.
-3, -2.5. it's all.
Bengals, Joe Burrow. The Bills, they are still struggling. You see that they do not have an identity on defense right now. Milano, Daquan Jones, Trey White, they're missing at all 3 levels. They're still trying to find themselves, and the Bengals are now getting hot. They're now rolling. Everybody, because I thought the Bengals might have been like, okay, maybe they are down.
Maybe
Maybe
they're
they
not
are
who we thought
having,
they were.
yeah. I know everybody's like, oh, they start off rough, but they lost an extra one, and it's like, oh, okay, maybe Joe B's not who I thought he was. Yeah, who we all thought he was.
Gets
but
paid
he
in
is.
his-
His
Takes a
composure,
nap.
his composure, he's even keel. He knew this was gonna happen. He's playing chess right now in front of his locker right before practice.
plays chess by himself.
He's about to operate against the Bills. I like him at Cincy. Bengals -3.
Say minus
Is it
three.
-3 or 2.5? I thought you was
-3.
over there doing
I'm
something.
trying to look. But
You was over there sending pics.
No, you dick pic.
Have to hit that 0.5 to fit that whole thing in there.
Yeah, sure.
All right, so we're all on the same. Here's the deal. If this is going to be a boring show because we're all agreeing, guess what? If the AAA stat is 70%, then our clients are going to make a hell of a lot of units this week. What we got?
Yeah.
3.
Okay. All right.
Dated back to 1970.
Yeah. 60, actually.
Mule, you're on a roll, dude. Let's go Seahawks at the Ravens. Ravens are favored -5.5 right now. Where you going, babe?
History I'm lesson first.
Okay. Take us to school. What do we got?
They actually only play 6 times.
Yep, that is true.
Since when? Dated back to when?
I don't know. That is actually
2008.
2008.
Yeah.
Oh, see, he did his research.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, babe.
But they even killed, man. 3-3. It's an even kill. 3.
What does that mean?
I love how he says it and then he's like looking at me like,
Save me.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm gonna pass this one to you. Where you going?
no, bro, you're the leader. You are the leader.
60%.
Mule, take us
You're
A to
Mule.
B.
You should be
I
sitting in
just
this
want to
chair
see
right
where
now.
y'all going first. I want to see where
That's
y'all
the
going.
thing, though,
Then I may
because
be
some
going
of your
opposite.
success has been tailing us. Like, I want to know what you're doing. You go back and watch the episodes. You've tailed some of our picks before, bro.
Literally, there was one week.
So we want to know what you're thinking, because you
All
held.
the pumper dump segment, you go, Gekko? Where are we going? The whole time.
Hey, that started the winning streak, right?
Yeah, it's like,
did it,
that's the
really
one I
did.
disagree with. I'll switch here, and he ends up winning.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Pick one. Ravens -5.5.
-5.
Is there any reason?
No reason to it.
Yeah.
This was just a.
They're at home.
Hey, you got your crystal ball.
Yeah,
You're
this
just
is
ready
at
to go.
home. I had to guess on this one. I'm gonna just go Ravens. I really want to move that line though. I feel like it's,
You're not moving the line in this.
Why are you so scared?
I don't know why I got aggressive.
Ravens. Let's go Ravens. Let's go.
Tap on the shoulder.
I know. Easy, black man.
Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me.
We're good, right? We're good, right?
Oh my God. Ravens.
You know that.
Ravens minus 5.5. Not allowed to move the line. Don't fucking move that line. All right.
You know that's my kinfolk. We're going Ravens minus 5.5.
Yeah.
I like him at
Yeah.
home. I think Lamar, he's hitting his stride. He's playing confident. He's got the weapons around him. They have the line of scrimmage. They're playing well on defense. Roquan Smith, the boys are rolling. I do like the Seahawks, but them traveling across the country,
Yes.
playing in Baltimore,
Yes.
I think that makes a big difference. And again, I think that RPO scheme that they're doing right now, operating off run, pass option, you're getting out there, you're pulling a guard in tackle, you're reading the outside. If he doesn't fall in for the cutback, you'll hand it off, you'll dump it over their head. Lamar can run. I like the Ravens minus 5.5.
Very well said.
Thanks.
And for that reason, not actually for that reason, I was going to go with the Ravens no matter what. But I love that.
For that reason, never mind.
For that reason, there is no reason. I'm going to go with the Ravens minus 5.5. Let's see. I think we're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to talk our parlays, Bet the Boys Index parlay, and we're also going to do our ETFFs. It's November 2nd. I know Spooktober is over. Can we just hit one last Spooktober commercial before?
No.
That would be unsavory. You're right. So we're going to take a quick commercial break. You guys put whatever the fuck you want in it. And when we come back, we're hitting parlays right after this.
Guys, I'm out of ideas. What are we doing for merch this week?
Bro, I don't know.
Dude, I actually have no idea.
Man, I wish there was just like a way we could get inside of the consumer's head. Whiskey and cigars on a polo.
Yeah, just a way to like plant the seed inside their head.
Dead hats, dead hats, dead hats, dead hats, dead hats. Imagine if we could like hypnotize the customer.
Buy our merch. Buy our merch. Buy our merch. Buy.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Slips and Picks. We are now going to get into our parlay segment. The first one is going to be Bet the Boys Index Parlay. It is when I'm going to give these two gentlemen and myself, we're going to give you player prop bets. We're going to bundle it up real nice, get those odds way up high, and we're going to make some absolute units on this. I'll go first. Patrick Mahomes. Tough. Abysmal. This past week against the Broncos, he was 12-0 against the Broncos, and now he's 12-1. I think he's got that Jordan mentality. I've said it before when we were doing our buy and sell segment. He's taking this personal. I know they don't have the clientele on the outside to make the plays as they did in the past, but he does have 87, and when I reached back in the last segment, about 25 yards, 4 touchdowns, I believe he comes back in a big way, and for that reason, I'm going to go Patrick Mahomes plus 1.5 touchdowns. Gekko.
I'm solid with that. I'm good with that.
I love that. I
I think he'll throw, hopefully he throws a couple.
Those a couple?
Bad pick last week by Mule over here going with Trevor Lawrence over 1.5. You lost that one.
Which is wild, too, because Gekko picked Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, he hit
his
with
staple.
a torn Achilles.
Yeah. He got injured.
What you want? I mean, shit, what do you want me to do?
We got to hit these parlays.
He didn't throw the ball. They kept running. They was up. I can't do nothing. You want me to call them? Hey, throw the rock, baby. I need you.
They need to throw the rock. If
They
we're going to bet
should've.
these parlays, we bet these player prop bets, they got to watch
Well,
this
you
show
know,
and understand.
I should go always the Great White Hope, but you know, I try to be fair.
Yeah. Great White Hope, Christian McCaffrey,
Yeah.
they're on a bye this week.
I know.
He's saying last week because he usually rode with him.
Yeah, that's what I went last
it.
week, and it was it's literally the first series. It's
I
the
know.
first quarter. He just gets it out of the way.
And get it out the
Yeah,
way.
Shanahan's like, give him the ball, make sure all right, we got it. Now let's worry about winning the game.
That's an easy way right
Yeah.
there.
It really is.
Who was your original pick last week?
Doesn't matter what his original pick was.
Yeah.
He over here.
Who was his pick last week?
You just gonna help him out with that?
Yeah.
I was hoping he'd
I
bounce
was
back.
right though, right? I was right.
What was it, St. Brown?
No.
It was Josh Allen, right?
Yeah, it was Josh Allen.
You don't even know.
And we did kind of bully you out of that, didn't we?
I was drunk.
Well, because it was a Thursday night.
That's right.
That was
You don't want to go
night.
Thursday night.
We can't go
For the
Thursday.
views.
He said I was drunk. I'm going Joe B. He wore that alien mask for a reason. He's playing like he's from a different planet.
What is it?
Joey B. it is.
Joey B. Over
Let's
1.5
go.
touchdowns.
Okay, I'm like, yeah, wait, what?
Joey Burrow. as you would call him. Who you got?
Burrow. He be holding them up. He pushing this team, baby. Tyreek Hill to score a touchdown.
I
boy.
love that pick.
You know, it's either him or AJ, the best receivers in the game right now.
I love that pick too, because against his Chiefs.
Just the Chiefs.
Yeah, that's a great.
Against
yeah.
his Chiefs.
That's
As
a
if
great-
I was a Kansas City Chief at one point.
What?
Okay, so if we're going Patrick Mahomes over 1.5 touchdowns, and we're also going Tyreek Hill anytime touchdown.
Yeah.
Should we look back at buy and sell and maybe talk about the over of Chiefs Dolphins?
I'm not fucking with
That's
it.
21 points we just talked about there.
Chiefs do not put
Well,
points on the
where
board.
is I'm telling you. That's why I like the Dolphins. Chiefs have put up over 25 only a couple times.
Only maybe once.
I want to know. I think I have the stat right here before we jump to ETFs.
I'm not going to touch the over.
We might as well just jump to
Well, hold on
ETFs.
1 second. Just give me 1 second. Yeah, Chiefs are 2-2 versus the points, so not the best look. All right, let's go to ETFs. We're going to take heavy favorites. We're going to put that line down. We're going to tease that line, and we're going to put it into a parlay for you to make some more units. We're going to start with you, Mule. Who you got?
Did somebody change my shit? I thought I had. Wait, this is favors, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy
Oh
team,
no, I got
favorite
Colts versus the Panthers. I'm going Colts, man. What Minshew?
Gardner Minshew?
Yeah, he gonna be the quarterback. I think that dude does wonderful things. He's a backup glory guy. What we used to call clipboard Jesus. He just like that, boy.
Oh,
He put
Charlie
him-
Whitehurst.
Yeah, he
Pulling
get in
that
there.
out.
He get
He's
in
not as
there.
handsome as Charlie.
No, he's definitely not. He
Hey,
definitely
Charlie
ain't
used to
touching-
slay out here in
I
Nashville.
don't know nothing about that.
Okay.
That reaction sounds like you do know.
Sounds like I overstepped a little bit.
I don't know that.
Sounds like I overstepped. I apologize.
Yeah, I don't know nothing
Please don't
about
kill
it.
me.
Hey, but yeah, I'm going Colts -3, man. Against them Panthers. I see them getting it done.
Are you going -3? You're gonna go money line. You're gonna keep the line at 3.
I'm gonna keep it at 3 just in case.
Just in case what? If you were just in case and you put it the money line.
I mean, is the money line even? What's the money line value on the money line?
We've had this conversation.
He's asking what the value was. He's asking what the big difference is
The
for
Colts,
odds.
if you went Colts money line, just straight up, -148.
And they're probably -3, probably sitting at what, -110?
115. But let's get these ETFs in, and then we'll have one of our interns put all those things together. Keep it at Colts money line right now, and if we
Yeah.
need to change it. If he doesn't like the units, then we'll.
No,
we'll
that's
move
why I
on.
thought it got changed because I thought I had money line.
Saints. Derek Carr had a game last week. I liked them against the Bears. The Bears, I bought in. I bought into the Tyson Bagent. Bagent. Tyson Bagent. I truly bought in. I thought he was going to be the next Tony Romo. Yeah, it's not going to be the case. The Bears are back to being dead. Saints are favored -7.5. We're going to move it down to Saints -2.5 for the easy teams favorites fund for this little parlay. Saints -2.5 against the Bears.
I like that a lot, and I don't like Bagent's. Bagent's dad's giving me Baby Gronk vibes, Baby Gronk dad vibes.
Really?
I know he's a world champion arm wrestler, but it feels like he's like, now that his son's in the league, he's really, it seems like he's trying to capitalize
Oh
off
yeah,
it a little bit.
definitely.
You feel that?
Oh yeah.
I mean, he's a
definitely.
20-something time
No, he's
world
a stud.
champion.
He's a
right?
stud. He
we
does
get it.
wonderful things in front of a mic, too. You saw him, he wrestled the reporter, and he did an amazing job. I think he's got that WWE
You got to
kind
give
of
the
vibe.
people what they want.
No
You know what I
question.
mean? Like, I
No
would love to
question.
have him on
I mean,
both sides
he
of the
gonna
board.
capitalize.
No question.
He'll
I think it'd be
capitalize.
great. He just gives me a little bit of that Baby Gronk dad
Yeah,
vibes.
trying to capitalize
yeah,
off
just
his
trying to
son.
capitalize a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah,
Trying to
yeah.
capitalize. Hopefully he does well. Hopefully we take
Mr. Badgett, I do
hopefully
not
the
believe
Saints.
that.
Hopefully the Saints win by 3, and younger Badgett can play well because that is a cool story. I'm gonna go Browns money line. They're favored very heavily against, I believe, the Arizona Cardinals, right?
Yep.
Arizona Cardinals. But I'm gonna go money line in that because I think last week, yes, I took the Chiefs -2.5. And that was a loss. So we're in a GBOT situation. Get back on track for me. And I'm going to make sure this one dials in with the Browns money line right here. Can we get those odds, please?
I always hit ETE, and my favorites always hit.
Can't change the lines for Saints game.
All right, just go money line. Saints money line, Cardinal or Browns money line, Colts money line.
Yeah.
Throw a little money line.
Plus
Great.
177.
That's great.
solid.
That's great.
That.
Put a couple units on that. You feel pretty.
Yeah, we
pretty
should be a
solid.
little
That's
higher,
a nice
but
Yeah.
unit.
solid.
I mean, that's the lowest I think we had this.
Yeah, we usually
this
been in
season.
twos.
Yeah.
Browns, Saints, Colts, all money lines. ETFF.
Yeah, you do that. I think you're going to win a whole bunch of money. We're going to take a quick Commercial break. When we come back, we are going to get into our pump or dump segment. I'm going to give these gentlemen the number. They're going to tell me to pump it, taking the over, or they're going to dump it, taking the under, right after these messages.
Hey, you! Are you horny? Yeah, me too. We can talk about that later. Do I have a deal for you? Girl dad merch, Bussin golf collection, all in our merchandise store. Click the link on this video and buy it up. If you're stiffer for longer than 4 hours, take it off. Stay hard.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Slips and Picks. I'm your host, Chet Savage. This is our pump or dump segment. Numbers. We're pumping, taking the over, or we're dumping, taking the under. First game we're going to look at is the Vikings at the Falcons. The total numbers on that is 37.5 points. Gekko, what you got?
Pump.
Love it.
Josh Dobbs going to Minnesota.
I was just about to say that.
Listen. Josh Dobbs going to Minnesota. Clearly, coaches understand what he can bring, especially this dude can play. He can land somewhere, he can play the next day and operate. He's not somebody who's going to get you beat, and he has the horses around him. You know, contrary to what he did not have in Arizona. I love the trade. Is he going to be Kirk Cousins? No. Kirk Cousins was playing at an MVP level.
Nobody's Kirk Cousins.
Josh Dobbs, you trade for him, it's like, oh, the season's over. You trade for Josh Dobbs. They still got a pulse. They still got life. I think he throws touchdowns. You get Justin Jefferson back. He's got an offense he'll be able to operate in, and he's not a guy who will get you beat. Vikings, they're going to score. Falcons, I like them to score. We're pumping this over 37.5.
Yeah, he's not going to play. Why would he play? He just got traded there yesterday.
Who?
Jaren Hall.
We got traded?
Josh Dobbs got traded yesterday.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter. Let him
On
spin
Monday.
it.
Jaren Hall.
He's not going to be able to know
Where
the
did
plays.
Jaren Hall come from?
I guess everybody can't be like 5-1 when he went to the Raiders week 1. Started against the
Not
Lions.
everybody can do that. Not everybody can wear the green dot week 1.
BYU? Oh, I'm dumping.
Damn, really?
I'm dumping this game.
Lock Gekko in. Lock Gekko in.
yeah, I'll still pump that.
Yeah.
Weird trap right there.
I
But
was-
yeah, I'll still
no,
pump
I was-
that.
no, you
I'll
can-
still
you
pump
can
that.
dump it if you want.
No, I want to pump.
Can I give you a couple stats before you really buy into it?
No, pump.
Okay.
Pump.
Vikings are 1-7 versus the total. Falcons are 2-6 versus the total. Vikings are 1-7 versus the total with Kirk Cousins. Josh Dobbs gets traded on Monday. He's not going to be able to consume that entire playbook to play 4 quarters of football with those guys. And for that reason, it seems like it's going to be another. They're going to be 1-8 after this week versus the total. For that reason, I'm going to dump this situation. I think it's a safer dump. I think we need to take egos out of
text
it.
my
I
guy.
think text your guy.
If Josh Dobbs was playing, I probably would have pumped it, but
Yeah, he's a stud. But you know what they say about Josh Dobbs? Greatest quarterback in Tennessee ball's history. That's what people are saying.
nah.
Who? Say that?
It's Longhead.
You're talking about Longhead. What's his name?
You know his name.
So if you can't remember his name, how do you remember Josh Dobbs' name?
Because he's playing right now.
People are saying Josh
I
Dobbs.
just let Dobbs spin it. Next text message this weekend.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So Josh might play now.
Yeah, you never know.
All right, fair enough.
We got to get him in.
Right.
Get him out there operating.
Yeah, absolutely. If you want one more stat, because I thought Josh Dobbs would come up, the Cardinals are also below 500 when it comes to the totals. Let's go Commanders at Patriots. The total number in that game is 40.5 points. Mule, what you got, babe? What cousin Vinny tell you this week?
To dump.
Dump.
Dump her like your ex.
Dump it like the ex. Dump it like the ex. You know, sometimes with the ex, they go back to the ex.
Yeah.
Get one more pump.
I mean, pump and dump.
Pump, then dump.
Keep pumping.
And then one more pump.
Yeah, always pump, then dump. It's your ex. You
Yeah.
always can pump.
You know, you see them at a bar.
Yeah, pump.
How you doing? You get a little sloppy drunk. What happens? You're making out in the corner. Make a
Pump.
couple of mistakes.
Then she call you and be like, I thought we broke up.
And you'd be like, yeah, we still are.
Yeah, we still
We're still broken up.
Yeah.
What you got, Gekko?
You didn't like it.
No, you got me going a little bit. Dump.
Hold on,
Dump
Gekko.
as well. Commanders, they traded away the farm to the Bears, the Niners. I think they struggle. I think the Patriots, listen, Mac Jones at QB, solid cat, but, you know, dump.
Yeah, Patriots are 31st in the league in points per game with 14.9 points per game. Commanders are 4-4 against the totals. Patriots are 3-5. I think the Patriots move the ball a little bit more, but they're not going to score consistently. They're going to stay in that 14, 15 points per game range. So for that reason, I will also be dumping. The last game. Is this the last game? The last game we're going to look at is the Rams at the Packers. The number on that game is 39.5. Gekko, what do we got, baby?
Dump.
Okay.
Dumping that. Rams, Packers, 39.5 at Green Bay. Green Bay is not scoring a lot. They haven't been scoring a lot of points. There's a stat out there, I don't think they've scored over 20 in a very long time, I think is the stat. And Rams.
Did they score 20 against the Cowboys last week? It was like 41-20? But it's over still, anyway. Yeah.
Still.
Yeah.
You can throw one in there every now and then.
Yeah. That's a little hiccup.
You said Cowboys, that was the Rams.
Yeah.
Cowboys played the Rams. I thought you just said the Rams haven't scored.
No, you're talking about
I
the
said
Packers.
Packers.
Oh, my fault.
They let
My
me
fault.
down.
I got to do a better job listening.
Rams
score
can
points.
score some points, but I'm dumping this game. I like dump, 39.5.
We got two dumps, 3 dumps for you.
No, I'm pumped. Dump.
You're still going to pump that.
Yeah, why not?
I hope you're right.
I don't understand.
I hope you're right. Standing 10 toes down.
It's 37.5.
Yeah,
Like that is crazy.
Fair enough.
We thought 37.5 was the Falcons Tennessee last week too, and that destroyed.
No
the
one
over.
expected Will Levis, did we? No one expected Will Levis to do that.
Nobody.
No one's going to expect what's his name from
Who?
BYU, the quarterback coming
What's his
in.
name? Jeremy
Yeah.
Hall. The Super Soaker.
No one's going to expect him either.
Did
He's
he
going to
play
score.
under your boy from the Jets?
Yeah.
Hey, they not throwing a lot of points on the board.
I think
BYU
he came
can't
in
score
and did
points?
well. I think he came in and did well. Yeah, JP.
Who?
Here we go again.
BYU after Zach Wilson.
Y'all talking about BYU. Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's what we
Are
started.
you pumping or
talking about.
dumping Rams Packers, the 39.5?
Man, you know what? I'm not sure because is Matthew Stafford going to play or is Stinson going to play?
He's day-to-day with a UCL injury.
He ain't playing. Throwing
Matthew
on?
Stafford, tough as nails. He might play. You see that right there? That's a UCL injury. Right there? That's adversity. I live this every single day. I live that every single day. I know how UCL works.
Man, I don't. Jesus, you know what?
Golly.
I'm going to dump. Dump the game.
Yeah.
I don't mind that.
Packers, man, they be letting me down.
Yeah, they've let a lot of people down. They've let the whole state of Wisconsin down this year. This is the lowest total the Rams have had all year, but they're still 3-5 versus spread. With Stafford being day-to-day with a UCL, I will also be dumping this game. I'm also going to dump this. Next segment we're going to go to is the underdog segment. Dogs. It's where we're going to sit here. We're going to take a team that's a dog, and we're going to say this team is going to cover the spread or win the game, based on what these gentlemen say. Gekko, we're going to start with you on your underdog of the week.
Little teaser, little foreplay for the Monday Night Football game. My dog is going to be the Jets, and I'm going money line. I saw the vlog that Bussin with the boys put out. I saw the argument with Steven. I saw the argument with Jack. I saw the comments going. People love the excitement when you take somebody who is not favored in the game and choose them for the money line. They make it a little bit more exciting. You risk a little bit more. You're not living a boring life. You're living like, hey, when they score and they win, let's get off the couch and hug and high five and celebrate. Jets, money line against the Chargers, Monday Night Football.
I really like that pick. Mule.
Rams, money line, baby.
Okay.
Love that.
Yeah, Rams, money line. I don't give a fuck which quarterback start. They going to be better than Love.
Love's
up.
dead. You're saying Love's dead.
I ain't say he's dead. I'm just saying he's just not playing to the level.
I don't think Love is the guy.
Yeah, I just don't
I
think
think Love is the guy.
Love's dead in the Packers.
He's
Not dead.
started
Like,
off well.
I'm not going to say dead. I'm just going
Yeah.
to say it seems like Love is not the guy for the Green Bay Packers.
He started off well.
Right
and
now
then
or
died
ever?
out now.
Like, after this year, did they move on from him?
Ooh, they probably
Oh,
draft.
I don't know.
and keep him
I'm
on
not sure. I'm saying this year, right here and now, I don't think Love is the guy that they thought he would be. Drafting him in the first round, I think internally, Packers, they're a well-run organization. They're never going to throw him to the Wolves, but I think internally, behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out what they can do. Because if you can't score, if you're Jordan Love and you can't score on the scripted plays in the first half, I think you're struggling, right? You need this quarterback to bail you out at some point. He's not doing it. So
That first 10 to
I just
15.
think that's why I think he's not the guy.
And LaFleur does a great job of scouting.
Yeah, he does.
Scouting those first 10 to 15 plays. I'm going to go Giants. I know the boys have done money line. I'm going to go Giants plus 2.5 versus the Raiders. The Raiders are in shambles. David Ziegler, our hero, has been fired. McDaniels been fired.
Yeah.
We just don't know what's going to happen with that franchise right now. They have studs. But when you're getting Devontae Adams 1 catch per game, you can't get. He's one of the best wide receivers in the league.
Yeah, 1 for 27. That's it.
That is just crazy.
Interim head coach Antonio Pierce, linebacker, Giants. He was a stud.
I love
He
that.
was.
Fires me up. Yeah, he's a head man
that.
now,
He
and he's playing against his Giants.
He played at my.
Are you on +2.5 or are you going Giants money line?
He
I'm
going
going plus
2.5.
You don't like that?
This is still good.
I don't think it's the GM and a head coach just got fired, and you're taking the underdog with the points. Like, it's 2.5.
Yeah, just
Go
take
money
the
line.
money
Get
line.
excited. Make it frisky out there.
Okay. I like that. Giants plus 2.5. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we are going to talk Monday Night Football right after these messages.
Hey, you there. Did you know that it's Friday Ride? With superior selections of WhistlePig's quality whiskey that was created deep in the hills of Shore, Vermont, there's a little something for everyone to kick off your weekend of football. Wife yelling at you about the chores? Haha, not anymore. It's Friday Ride. Friends mad that you won't come to their wedding in the middle of football season? Shut up. It's impossible to be mad when you have a bottle of WhistlePig whiskey in your hand. Choose between their award-winning 6-year piggyback rye, their 10-year rye, or even their Bussin' with the Boys bourbon that'll have you wanting to celebrate every day of the week. You can buy it all at whistlepigwhiskey.com or shop at the nearest WhistlePig retailer. For the pig, WhistlePig.
All right, and we're back with the last part of our show. We're talking Monday Night Football, primetime television. Chargers favored -3 at the Jets. The total points on that is 41.5 points. We kind of already got Gekko's picks, but let's hit it one more time, brother. Who you got this week?
Jets money line. I took him as the dog. I took the money line, so I'm going to do it in this one. Morstead, the punter, like player of the week last week. He punted like 80 times, put them all like inside the 10. They struggled to score points last week. However, I like them. If they're going to beat the Chargers, which I think they do, they are going to have to score some points. They're going to have to put at least 25 on the board. I like for that to happen. I think the defense shows up like they always do. However, I do think Herbert, they get busy a little bit, but not enough to win the game. I like the Jets. Money line in the over 41.5 Monday Night Football. You can lock that shit in.
I love the passion in that voice. Mule.
History.
History lesson.
History lesson, baby.
Dated back to
Let's go back to 1956.
I don't even think the Chargers was around.
I don't think they
You're
were.
right. That was ridiculous.
Let us know.
Go ahead.
They played
Drop some gems on us.
They didn't play
Drop some
38
gems, Mule.
times. Jets winning 14. Chargers winning 23 games. So you know I'm going Chargers. -3, and I'm taking the under.
Damn. What a wild pick right there.
Yeah.
So you don't think it's going to be close? You think they're blowing them out?
Because the Jets can't score points like that.
Yeah, the Jets can't score.
So you're going to say the Chargers are going to win in a big way.
Yeah.
So put it to
Under. I said under.
Oh, you're taking the under.
Yes.
My fault. My fault.
You took the over.
My fault.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I think because I'm saying I think the Jets score. I also think the Chargers do the thing.
I think the Chargers.
But that's what I'm saying. You think it's going to be a blowout
think-
because you think it's going to be like 30-7.
Still an under.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You think it's going to be a blowout.
I don't think it's going to be a blowout.
Okay.
I'm going to take the Jets. I love the history lesson that the Mule gave. I'm going to take the Jets in this situation. I think the Jets defense is just too good. They're a team that seems like they have a glimmer of hope with Aaron Rodgers possibly coming back in December, which would be the most wild shit of all time. And I'm also going to take the under because of the Jets defense and Justin Herbert being so up and down right now. We good?
Yeah.
Solid show, yeah?
Great show.
I think you guys did a great
Drop
job
the
today.
comments. Drop the comments.
Please subscribe. Tell your friends. We need it more than ever.
Tell us what you like about the underdog segment. Do you like the money lines? Do you like the points thing? Let us know. Sound off.
Sound off, because we listen. Thank you so much. From all of us here at Slips and Picks, we want to thank you for showing up week in and week out and telling your friends about the show, making it the greatest gambling show in recent history. Have an absolute day.
Welcome back to another Penny Slips Parlay. Last week, another L, unfortunately. But like we always say, the past does not matter. It's all about the present. That is why it is called a gift, and we are officially in the holiday season. It is November, and the gift of money will be spread out everywhere for the next 2 months. Last week was a tough one with the halftime, full-time parlays. I think a lot of us probably got screwed, but this week I'm going with a Sunday night football parlay. and it will be Bills versus Bengals. But what I'm rocking with is Joe Burrow over 1.5 touchdowns. Ever since Joe has been healthy, which was probably week 5, he has always thrown more than 1 touchdown in every single game. I will also be rocking Josh Allen over 1.5 touchdowns. I believe his last 6 games, he has thrown over 1 touchdown. And to round out that parlay, we're going to go Stephon Diggs anytime touchdown. The odds are not out on it yet, but Diggs rarely goes back-to-back games without touchdowns. It's only happened 1 time this season. And this Sunday night, he will show out prime time. So Joe Burrow over 1.5 touchdowns, Josh Allen over 1.5 touchdowns, and Stephon Diggs anytime touchdown.
I'm going to do a little bit of the opposite. I'm going a full Thursday night slate parlay.
Primetime parlays.
Yeah, primetime parlays. We're riding all Titans. And we're starting out with over on Will Levis's rushing yards at 10.5. Next, we'll be doing just a crispy Titans money line. And the final third pick will be Derrick Henry over 12.5 receiving yards. Those odds come out to plus 575.
Titans appear to be back. And Will Levis rush yards, they're the rookie QB. You know, they like to get out and scramble a little bit.
Yeah.
To the team parlay. Last week we were gutted by the Chiefs. This week we will not be because we left them off. First leg of the team parlay is Rams money line.
The second leg is going to be New Orleans Saints money line.
Third leg, Browns money line.
And the fourth leg, Ravens. No. We're going Ravens minus 5.5. Ravens at home. You take that parlay, it's going to be plus 644. Really good odds on that. I think this is the week that the team parlay finally hits. We've been getting screwed week in and week out with these random little fluke games. This is the week, 4 legs, ride or die.
And next, our Rock'em Sock'em Pick'em game. We've been waiting on this for so long because we're finally getting the team colors involved. We got the Chiefs versus the Dolphins. And what better way to find out who's going to win than putting them in the ring?
Good luck. Host, we're going to go in and slow it down, and we're going to give you the answer right here. It's going to be a tough battle for said team.
I see why it ends that way.
Yeah, I do too. So I'm impressed by that. Once again, this is our the biggest game that has involved the Rock'em Sock'em Pick'em parlay of the week. So super excited to watch the Chiefs versus the Miami Dolphins. Before we run out of here, I've got one last full slate parlay that I'm just going to rattle off for you.
0 risk, all reward parlay.
The full slate parlay, starting out with Titans plus 3. Chiefs money line, Ravens minus 6, Browns money line, Falcons money line, Saints money line, Commanders plus 3, Buccaneers money line, Rams money line, Colts minus 2.5, Eagles money line, Giants money line, Bills money line, and to cap it off on Monday night we have Chargers minus 3. Those odds sit at a staggering 370,812. I don't like to use the word lock, but this might be the situation.
If we're not going to use the word lock, let's use the word bargain.
Yeah, that is a bargain.
This is a bargain.
Like I said, find 4 quarters in your car, and that's going to be $1 to win $3,709.12. Again, that's gas for the year. It's groceries for, however long. I don't know how much you eat, but it's impressive stuff. Nonetheless, thank you guys for tuning in to Penny Slips, the most impressive parlay gambling show on the face of the earth. We are the interns. Go ahead and cue that outro music.
La, 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 la.